everyone. Hi class, my name is Kayla Malari. I'm a volunteer here, and today we're going to be learning about nutrition. So first we want to introduce everyone here, and we're going to be doing an icebreaker. So the icebreaker is to name a fruit that is similar to has the first letter of your first name. So my name's Kayla, and I picked kiwi.
Asia and apple.
Meg and mango.
Jess and jicama.
Thank you.
Jay's hard.
Can everybody please turn to their workbook to lesson 1. Today we're going to be talking about food processing. So module 1 is titled, We Eat Foods That Come from Nature. Food processing is when you add things to food to change the state of them. They can be found in their unprocessed state, in their natural state, so things like tomatoes and these limes, these are all natural foods. This is how you would find them in nature. Then we have processed foods that have been minimally processed. They have a few additives. This is things like bread or pasta. They can still be really healthy options. And then we have foods like ultra-processed foods, which have preservatives and additives and colors. And when you look at them, they don't usually look like things that you would find in nature. So at the bottom, we have a diagram. Here we have the natural foods, which have all of their vitamins, minerals, and fiber. This is the corn. Then they've gone through a little bit of processing, and we have the corn kernels in the tin or in the can. Here, this is still a really healthy option because it doesn't have a lot of additives, but they have changed the state of the food. And then lastly, we have the ultra-processed food that has the preservatives and the coloring, and that's where you see the chip with the flavor dust on it. Can anybody give me an example of a natural food?
A carrot pulled from the ground.
Yes, perfect. A carrot pulled from the ground. Can anybody give me an example of a healthy processed food?
Sliced carrots that you can get at a grocery store.
Perfect. Prepackaged sliced carrots. Sometimes they come with dip, but either way, it's a really healthy alternative. Anybody give me an example of an ultra-processed food? I'll give you guys a hint. It may be something like a candy or like something that you can pick up at a corner store.
A candy bar maybe?
Yeah, a candy bar. And all of these still can fit into a healthy diet. We can make all foods fit, but trying to incorporate for the most part natural and healthy processed foods is what's going to keep us on the right track.
So now that we learned about natural, processed, and ultra-processed foods, we're going to play a game called What State of Food Am I? So if you turn to your pages in your workbook that shows the directions, I will give you a card, and you are to determine if it's natural, processed, or ultra-processed. And once you get the card, you will go in the section labeled above, and then we can talk about why you think that food is natural, ultra-processed, or processed.
Vegetables.
Great job. Do you want to go next?
Yes, so I had a piece of bread, and that I said that this would be a processed food because it has to be processed to be in this shape and consistency.
Great job. Do you know what food group of bread is in?
Grain.
Good job. Do you want to go next?
Yes, I have jam, and it would be processed because it's made from berries and then it has added preservatives and put into this form.
Yes. Can you think of that in a different state of food by any chance?
It can go in cookies or any baking products.
Yes, and then it would turn into an ultra-processed state of food.
Yeah.
Good job, guys. So now we're going to learn about your food survival skill for this week, and that is all about knife skills. So throughout the program, you're going to be using knives, so we want to make sure that you guys learn how to use them properly and safely. Can anyone guess one rule of how to handle a knife properly? What is one tip? Yeah.
Don't point it towards you.
Exactly. We also want to make sure that we have a stable cutting board so it's not wobbly. And a trick we can do is kind of have a paper towel or a towel underneath so it's not moving around. Making sure that we have a firm grasp on your knife and also the vegetable or fruit that you're cutting. Here's a video that's going to teach you all about knife skills. But first you want to open to your workbook that is titled Knife Skills, and you can, with your phone, kind of scan the QR code to also watch a video if you have it. And as we are watching the video, you want to fill out some of the worksheet. So there's some blank spaces that you can go ahead and fill out. Okay? And we're gonna watch the video now.
Becoming a better cook. It's really the basis of everything that you're gonna do in the kitchen. This is truly a skill you'll use every day with just about everything you cook. Okay, so first things first, before you even start chopping, you want to make sure that your cutting board is secure. A wobbly cutting board can result in your knife slipping and injuries happening. So an easy fix is to place a damp paper towel underneath your cutting board. You can also get a non-slip mat to put under the cutting board, or you can get a cutting board with grips. The next important thing is to make sure you're gripping your knife properly.
Okay, so now that we watched the food survival skill video of learning how to use your knife, just to review, some of the few tips are to secure your cutting board, to have your hand like a claw. Can we all do that together? Kind of like a claw, and then you want to handle your knife and make sure you have a firm grip and kind of move like a wave, right? So like a wave. Is there any other tips and tricks you guys learned it through the video? Yes.
To cut all the way through the vegetable.
Great job. And we also, one really big thing is to take your time. We're not in a rush here, so we want to make sure that we are all safe so that we can have a great time, okay? So now we're going to turn to the recipe, and today we're making guacamole. Before we do that, we all want to wash our hands.
Today we're going to be making guacamole together as a class. Let's just go over the ingredients. I'm going to read them out loud just so that we know what we're working with. We're using 3 large avocados, 2 garlic cloves minced, so remember what you learned during the knife skills video, a 1/4 cup of chopped red onions, 2 tomatoes diced, 1 jalapeno seeded and minced, a 1/4 cup of chopped fresh cilantro, 3 tablespoons of fresh lime juice, salt to taste, and today we're going to be eating them with tortilla chips. So let's go around and read the ingredients.
The first step is cut the avocado in half and take out the pit. Scoop the avocado out into a bowl and gently mash to the desired texture.
Once the avocado is smashed, add garlic, red onion, tomatoes, cilantro, lime juice, jalapeno, and salt to taste. Mix everything until fully incorporated.
Serve and enjoy with tortilla chips or pita chips.
Does anybody have any questions about the recipe?
No, I think we can do that.
Okay, perfect. Let's get started.
Okay, so today we're going to be making the guacamole together, and then we can share once we collaborate and make it in one bowl. So let's all divvy up a step. So maybe somebody can mince garlic, and then somebody can chop the onion, somebody can chop the tomato, and somebody can mash the avocado. Does that sound good? Great. Yeah, you want to use the one under your cutting board. What state of food do you guys think this is? Processed. Good job. What state of food do you think this is? Natural. Great. And this one? Ultra processed. Good job, guys.